How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So please smash the hell out of the like button, you guys, and subscribe. And yeah, man, wow, man, I don't know if you guys seen lately, man, but Dillian Whyte, got stopped by Tyson Fury, just about a week ago. Well, just over the weekend, excuse me. And I know it sounds crazy, but Dillian Whyte is Dillian Whyte is actually, talking about he wants a rematch. I know it sounds kind of crazy. I know it sounds crazy, you guys. But let me pull up the article that I was reading. And Eddie Hearn also said that it wasn't the end either. He didn't think it was going to be the end. He didn't think that, it was over. And he still thinks that, he can he can move forward and possibly beat one of the other guys at that weight division. Wow. And they're saying that the Usyk fight could possibly be on the Anthony Joshua versus Usyk 2 could possibly be on July 23rd, you guys. So you definitely want to watch out for that. Um, but yeah, man, Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte, he gets knocked down and he says Fury used a legal move by pushing um me down and he wants a rematch. So let's see what Dillian Whyte has to say, man. He's been pretty vocal, man. It says Dillian Whyte says the WBC champion Tyson Fury used an illegal two-handed push to aid his six-round knockdown, resulting in a body snatcher hitting the back of his head when he fell last Saturday night. It's unclear whether Whyte hit his head on the canvas as he maintains, as the top-ranked highlight on YouTube doesn't include the knockdown for some odd reason. It freezes and shows a still picture of Whyte on the canvas. ESPN's replay doesn't show the knockdown either. Again, it's unclear why the most critical sequence of the fight wasn't shown. Whyte's 28 wins, 3 losses, 19 big wins by way of knockout, says the referee should have given him time to recover from the knockdown because it was caused in part by an illegal two-handed shove. Um, wow, man, that's what he's saying. He says, when the uppercut landed, I was buzzed, and he probably full on pushed me, and I fell over, and I hit my head on the canvas, which is illegal. This isn't wrestling. This is boxing, said Dillian Whyte to Sky Sports Boxing and reflecting on his six-round knockout loss last Saturday night against Tyson Fury. Wow, man. You see what he says, you guys. He says, but as usual, they let Tyson Fury do what he wants and gets away with it, said White. I should have been allowed extra time to recover and carry on fighting. Fury was doing a lot of wrestling in the fight, forcing forcing White against the ropes and leaning on him without throwing punches. White tried to get Fury to stop, resting on him but tapping him in the back of the head, but it was no use. The referee should have stopped the mauling tactics from Fury by peeling him off of White because it looked like Fury was turning the fight into a wrestling match during those instances. He says, this is what Dillian Whyte says. He says he pushed me, and then he went and said to the ref, don't let the fight carry on. I hope he doesn't retire because I want another go. Let me tell you something, Dillian Whyte, and I mean this by the bottom of my heart, man. You don't need to be fighting Tyson Fury ever again. Yeah, it was a little rough in there, but shit, Tyson Fury can get dirty in that bitch too. So can you. So we've seen Body Snatcher hit Anthony Joshua after the bell and everything. Um, and so it's a fight. You know how Mike Tyson said, it's a fight, you know? That's what we in there to do. You know, obviously you gotta abide by the rules and stuff like that, but sometimes you get two guys like this, man, they bend the rules a little bit. You know, they Tyson Fury holds on to you and not even holds on to you, he just puts his weight on you and therefore forces Dillian Whyte to to get tired and he leans on you and stuff like that. And I just think that eventually that caught up to him. That caught up to Dillian Whyte, and I feel like Dillian Whyte is a really good fighter to the lower tier talent. But when he got up to the heavyweight and to the elite talent like Tyson Fury, he couldn't do anything. He couldn't do absolutely nothing for 6 rounds. I didn't see a whole lot of anything. Dillian Whyte switching his stance to southpaw helped him zero. Um, Terrible game plan by him and his coach. I've seen better efforts against with Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua, where he stumbled and hurt Anthony Joshua. He did none of that in this fight. He didn't even buzz Fury. It was pretty much a one-sided, lopsided fight, and Dillian Whyte was on the ass end of that. He talked a lot leading up into this on people not wanting to fight him, and he says to the fans that they need to push for the big fights, the Deontay Wilders and the Tyson Furies to fight him. He finally gets his crack at the WBC world title, and he shits the bed in 6 rounds. I just don't think Dillian Whyte his whole head is in it completely. He's laughing with Tyson Fury and handshaking him and buddying with him in the press conference, which that's what Tyson Fury wants. He plays mind games on you on a regular. He's a very thinking man, and he's a very unique heavyweight. With that size and that range, he knows how to use it. You know, um, but yeah, man, Tyson Fury wins, like I said, in the middle rounds by knockout. And I picked, originally I picked the eighth round knockout, so it was really only 2 rounds off of this fight. Um, and Tyson Fury is going to go on and do bigger and better things, possibly, but now he's saying he's going to retire. So, right when we thought he was, going to do something in the sport, he's thinking about retiring. We know we got the Francis Ngannou fight coming up that he could possibly fight next. So there's tons of other fights out there that Tyson Fury can fight other than the Alexander Usyk fight. But I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna call a spade a spade. You got all the way to the WBC belt and you won it. Mind you, when he fought Klitschko, he didn't have a WBC belt. He had the other 3 belts, and I believe he had the IBO too. He might have had the Ring Magazine too. He might have had 5 or 6 belts, but he did not have that green WBC belt. So he does have that now, but he never had all of them combined. He never had the WBC at one time, at the same time. He never had the WBC at the same time, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO at the same time. He's never held all 4 belts at the same time. And I think that this is a perfect way for Tyson Fury to be undisputed. Usyk's talking about he lost 20 pounds, so you might get, a more leaner, more smaller um, Alexander Usyk. But we've seen Usyk's skills paid the bills in the first fight, and I think it'll be in the second fight as well. I don't think weight will cause that big of a big of a worry unless he comes to the weigh in at like 205 or 210, and then I'll start worrying about it. But yeah, man. As far as Dillian Whyte getting a rematch, man, what do you guys think about this? Do you think this is just complete bullshit, or do you think Dillian Whyte deserves a rematch? And do you think he should, get a rematch after what we've seen? You know, and I would love to know what you guys think in the comment section. All you have to do is smash that like button when you guys come in, and definitely drop a comment. And let me know what you guys thinking there, man. Let me know what you guys, feel. Do you feel like Dillian Whyte deserves another title shot at the WBC, or would you rather see Tyson Fury retire and ride off into the sunset and not get all the belts at one time and become, I believe, the first Gypsy undisputed champion in the entire world. You know, he's doing it for his people out there, the gypsies out there, and excuse me, the uh, the culture that Tyson Fury has out there, and you know, the Irish culture and stuff like that. So we'll see, man. But right now, it's not looking like he's going. He wants that fade with music right now. He looks like he wants to retire, possibly get an exhibition with Francis Ngannou. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Please smash the hell out of that like button, you guys. And until next time, you guys. Peace.